1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. Coming up in about 10 minutes, dumb crook news. I have a plethora of dumb crooks. Without dumb crooks, police wouldn't have job security. Speaking of dumb crooks or crooks in general, a cold case has now led to an indictment. A grand jury has indicted a 23-year-old here in Marion County. He's a convicted felon. They've indicted him in connection with a 2016 shooting death of a former Marion County Sheriff's Office detention deputy. Marquis Williams is charged with first-degree murder and the furtherance of gang activity. The indictment was unsealed this Monday. Several people, including law enforcement officials, testified before the grand jury in its 3-hour session. Williams is presently being held at the Collier County Jail on unrelated charges. He's scheduled to be transferred to Marion County at some point for a first appearance. The story happened January 6th of 2016. Sheriff officials said Ronnie Damon came home from work, decided to spend time with his parents. His baby daughter and his parents had dinner. He played with his daughter. Once everyone went to bed, he went outside in the driveway to work on his vehicles. He was shot while he was outside. Hearing the gunfire, family members went outside, saw Damon lying in a pool of blood. He could not be revived. That was in Silver Spring Shores. Detective John Lido got some new information on the case, worked closely with State's Attorney's Office Homicide Division to present the case to the grand jury. Billy Woods, the sheriff, says, as our sheriff, nothing is more important to me than ensuring that violent criminals are apprehended and brought to justice. There's no statute of limitations for murder, and if you take a human life, my detectives and I will work for as long as it takes to hold you accountable. Damon's family members were in attendance. They had a news conference in May of 2016 in hopes of finding a suspect. Family members said they missed Damon, asked for the public assistance. Former detention deputy at the agency for 7 years, Damon had retired and began working at Black Diamond Process Services as a court-appointed process server. When he was a detention deputy, he was involved in an altercation with an inmate at the jail. That individual was investigated and later ruled out as a suspect, as the inmate was not in the state at the time of the shooting, officials said. How they came to indict Marquis Williams for the murder is not known at this time because grand jury proceedings are confidential. But there has been an arrest made in the January 2016 murder of Ronnie Charles Damon, who was a former detention officer with the Marion County Sheriff's Office and who was working at the time as a process server. So first appearance for Marquis Williams will be sometime in the near future. He is in jail now. He was supposed to be released in May of 2022, but now he's going to be held in the Marion County Jail until this case is adjudicated. So good jobs to all those that worked on this case and brought some justice or an indictment. No justice yet. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, presumed innocent until proven guilty. So these are all allegations right now against Marquis Williams, but kudos to the Sheriff's Department for continuing the investigation 5 years after the fact. It's quite a while to keep a case going. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz.
Hey, Tom, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. How are you?
Good. I just love you two cubless lions. You're my favorite.
We are cubless. We are cubless.
I know. But Irk, I had a dog named Irk, short for Eric.
Yes, my dog's name is Irk because he's named after Irk Russell, my football coach at Georgia Southern.
Oh, I never heard of him, but thank you.
Yeah, Erskine Russell. He was the defense coordinator at the University of Georgia for their national championship in 1980, and then he started the program at Georgia Southern in 1983. So he was very influential. Besides my father, probably the most influential man in my life. So I have, idolized him through my dog's name.
When I lived on St. Simon, I knew some Erskine first name.
Yep, Erskine Russell was his name. He was a jolly old man, bald head, looked as mean as a snake, and was probably the most cordial, soft man you'd ever meet when it came to dealing with people. But on the football field, you didn't cross him. You just didn't. You just didn't.
You're looking in the mirror. You're talking about yourself.
100%. A lot of the openness and the bluntness that I have garnered from my father and from Irk Russell, without a doubt.
God bless them both and you.
Thanks for listening, pal.
You too. Bye.
You know, that kind of call makes me feel good about my radio program now. I appreciate all my callers, whether you try to put words into my mouth or not. I appreciate everybody that calls into the show. Coming up next, Dumb Crook News, and let me tell you, we got it from all over the country. We got it from Indiana, Alabama, North Dakota, and then, of course, from 3 different places in Florida, Collier County, Monroe County, and Titusville. All that yet to come. Dumb Crook News on the way. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. At 10:30, I'll be off the air because Ocala Talks leaves the air every Friday at 10:30 to make way for What's the Line with betting guru Kevin Stone. He'll be here giving you information for you to use for entertainment purposes only. We'll see how well he did last week as he picked 6 games. He picked 6 games every week. One of them will include a Florida team. I probably think he's staying away from the Florida-Georgia game, but we'll see. You never know what Kevin Stone may do in What's the Line, and he walks in with a Georgia shirt on. Jackass. Coming up next, more Dumb Crook News. No, not more Dumb Crook News. Dumb Crook News right here on WOCA. Hey, and like I said, Kevin Stone at 10:30 with What's the Line, where he gives you the top 6 games of the week, in his estimation, that have the ability to make you the most entertained of all, because it's for entertainment purposes only. We'll be right back after this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, coming to you live from the studios of WOCA Radio, located just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport on what's shaping up to be a beautiful Friday morning. You're listening to WOCA, The Source.